Most definitely, man. Big shout out to the Bay, man. That's like a mecca for music, man. So many
Yes.
great artists, Tupac. I got a chance to interview Lenny Williams, some members
Oh
of Tony
yeah,
Tony Tone,
absolutely.
the Bay ain't no joke when it comes to their music. So, is that where you started to get into the music business, or was you already
Well, I
involved
was
with
already in the music business because I was, I was doing I was in entertainment because I was doing radio. I was a radio DJ. So I
Wow,
used to
okay.
DJ with a guy, Grand Mixer GMS, who mixes with Nasty Ness Rodriguez. So you think about Sir Mix-a-Lot, Nasty Ness, and DJing and all that stuff. And I learned kind of how to mix on the radio, and I just kind of cut my teeth as a radio DJ with Grand Mixer GMS, and then knowing Nasty Ness and getting to know him and understanding that. So I was already in what radio, if you will. So coming to the Bay Area, my relationship with Master P was about, hey, I'm doing this thing. You're working with me already. We could really do something special in the Bay Area and what we're trying to do and what we can do. So moving to the Bay Area had to do with wanting to be in a part of the music business from a business perspective. Because when I started, I wanted to rap. And, I tell this story all the time. Yeah, I wanted to rap until I found out rappers are getting like 6 to 12% percentage on their record sales. And I was like, why do I want to be the rapper? I want to be the producer. I want to be the label owner. I want to be the business executive because that percentage was higher. So when I worked with P, it was like, okay, I could take these ideas and strategies that I have along with his ideas and strategies and his drive and my want to be great and do something kind of special. So coming to the Bay Area and meeting someone like St. Charles, E40's uncle, and St. Charles, he taught all of us the game. So when you want to think about folks like Short, you think about E40 and Be Legit and Sibo and JT the Bigger Figure and Master P and C Murder and me and everybody like in the Bay Area who was really making moves from a music standpoint, learn the game from St. Charles. St. Charles taught us all about distribution, about putting records together, about the idea of running a label and understanding distribution. All that came from St. Charles. So coming to the Bay Area was about understanding that if I went to New York, like you start off, like that was the thing. Like you go to New York, you start off as an intern. And not that I was above being an intern, but I always thought like cats would be like, man, you come to New York, you got to be getting people's dry cleaning. You got to be, picking up their stuff and making their coffee and all that. And I used to be like, well, why do I got to start there? Why can't I start doing something different? And the Bay Area was great because in New York and LA, people were trying to get signed to record deals. That was the deal. Hey, I'm trying to get a record deal. So New York would have an AR week. Like you go to a record company in New York City back then, they would say, hey, Thursday, come in between this time and this time, and we want to see you perform, or we want to hear your demo tape. That's how people were trying to get on. Man, in the Bay Area, they were trying to put out their own albums because they were working with folks like St. Charles. They were working with folks like the Music People. They were working with folks like City Hall. So when you're working with St. Charles and Solar Music Group and he's showing you the game, you're like, wait a minute, I could put out an album and make $7, $8 a CD, and I can make $4 or $5 a cassette, maybe $6 a cassette, compared to signing as an artist when you may be getting 80 cents a record or 90 cents a record, or maybe a little over $1 a record after you basically, the record companies recouped the advance money that they gave you to put the record together. So it was a kind of different mindset. So when I moved to the Bay Area, I was excited to work with P. I was excited for us to do some incredible things together, and I didn't have to start at the bottom. Like I was already doing promotion and street promotion and marketing and everything. So it just was only a quick progression to me being his manager, then being the general manager of the label, and then executive vice president, kind of running the day-to-day operations and coming up with what our strategy was going to be and working side by side with Master P. It just worked real quick.
Oh, okay. Wow. I appreciate you breaking that down, man. Let me see. Now, when you connected with P, where was he at? Did he already have 99 Ways to Die? And
No. So at that time, he was doing records like Mama's Bad Boy, Get Away Clean. So Master P had put out about 17 different projects, singles, EPs, records, all that before, like when I came on the scene. So when I came on the scene was like before the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, working with Lil Rick and Dangerous Dame and working with EA Ski, like all of that stuff kind of came when I came on the scene. So nobody was really, checking for Master P. Master P had drive and he worked hard, but nobody was listening to that music. So when EA Ski came into the pictures, when the production level went up, working with people like Al Eaton and Ken Franklin, known as K. Lou, that's when the production value went up and people were like, okay, this is different. So when me coming on the scene from the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, and then moving from the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me to the West Coast Bad Boys 99 Ways, and then we worked on the TRU album, the Ice Cream Man and all, and in the Down South Hustlers, all of that stuff came to fruition because we were continuously working hard. And I think some of the ideas that, I was a part of or I had, P really listened and was like, man, that's kind of crazy. But he just believed in the things that I wanted to do. Now he thought it was crazy, but because things started to work and started to grind and we started to do some incredible things, it just worked out. And we just continued to grow from there.